It occurred in January 2016 in Mölndal, Sweden, involving a young social worker providing direct care to unaccompanied minor refugees Alexandra, Measure 22-year-old Swedish psychology graduate of Lebanese Christian heritage, had recently started working night shifts at a residential care home. For adolescent asylum seekers, the facility housed around 10 boys, aged 14 to 17, many from conflict zones, like Somalia and Afghanistan. Measure role required offering emotional support, supervision, and daily assistance to help them adjust to life in Europe. Her family described her as deeply committed to the work, viewing it as a way to give back in a country that had sheltered her own family fleeing Lebanon's civil war decades earlier. On the 25th of January 2016, while working alone against safety protocols that required 2 staff members per shift due to understaffing amid Sweden influx of over 160,000 asylum seekers, that year Measure was fatally stabbed multiple times in the back and thigh by a 15-year-old Somali asylum seeker residing at the center. The attack happened around 8 a.m. just as her shift was ending. She managed to call for help before collapsing and later died in hospital from blood loss. 2 other residents at the facility subdued the attacker until police arrived. The perpetrator, who had no prior criminal record in Sweden and was seeking asylum as an unaccompanied minor, was arrested on suspicion of murder. Somalia is a predominantly Muslim country, and the attacker was from a Muslim background, though motives were not explicitly tied to religion. Investigations pointed to possible mental health issues and frustration in the chaotic environment of the overcrowded center. In the trial, the now 16-year-old, tried as an adult due to the severity, was convicted of manslaughter rather than murder, as the court found insufficient evidence of premeditation. He was sentenced to indefinite psychiatric care instead of prison time, a decision appealed by prosecutors who argued for a murder charge and life sentence. The case drew widespread attention in Sweden, highlighting risks to aid workers amid the refugee crisis, staff shortages, and rising tension. Staff the center had warned of potential violence a year prior, but concerns were dismissed. Measure mother Layla publicly expressed grief, stating her daughter wanted to help, she was an angel, and questioned the safety of even well-intentioned helpers in the system. This incident is tragic and isolated. Sweden refugee integration has seen far more success stories than abuses, with the vast majority of asylum seekers posing no threat. However, it underscores documented challenges in under-resourced facilities during peak migration periods, including assaults on staff, though rare. Broader data from the era shows a spike in reported migrant-related crimes in Sweden. But Wes and Chungshu experts emphasize these are often linked to socio-economic factors, trauma, and integration barriers, rather than inherent cultural or religious issues. And they represent a tiny fraction of the 35,000 plus unaccompanied minors resettled that year. Without incident, for context from multiple perspectives, Swedish authorities and NGOs like UNHCR have stressed the need for better support to prevent such outliers, while combating anti-refugee backlash fueled by media sensationalism.